You are not gonna believe what I got to do today. There are so many options for my future, so I'm gonna look around now while I have the chance. Join me as I explore the world of work. Today I'm at Advanced Disaster Recovery.
I'm Angelo Ferrante. I'm one of the owners of Advanced Disaster Recovery, based in New Hampton, New York. When we talk about disaster recovery, basically if someone at their home has say a water damage of sorts, like a hot water heater blows up in their house or a pipe burst, a sewer backup, they would call us first. We would come in and clean that up, what they call mitigation work. So we clean it, mitigate it, and then we also do the repair, so we put it back together. So that could be for a residential customer, somebody at their home, or it can be for a business.
Before Angelo showed me all the fancy equipment, he brought me into his office to show me all the paperwork that needs to be done. That includes making sure you have everything that you need to complete a certain job and making an estimate to find out how much you need to pay a certain person.
So what we do is we come in here and we use this program and we put all our information in, and then in here we're going to build the room. So say they had a water damage in their basement, right? So I'm just going to go put this in there, and this is their basement, for instance, right? And we'll label it basement. Okay, so it's really simple. And then if we say there's 2 rooms, we put a second room in. And we throw everything I drew. Very easy. Now up in here, it says basement in room 1. So the first thing we did when we went to the house is we extracted the water, right? Okay. It was water in the basement, so we're going to go and we're going to write extraction, which is right here. It was carpet, and we extracted water from the whole entire floor, and it gives you the price.
That was super awesome because he let me actually do the estimate. Like, I would not expect to be able to do that. It was more high-tech than I would expect someone to let a kid do. But it actually wasn't too difficult because I've worked with stuff like that before. But it was super cool because you get to put in all the machinery that you need to use, and then it will tell you what amount of money you need to pay them.
So these are air movers. Okay, you can probably pick this up, not too heavy. Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So if you have multiple air movers, so typically you put them out, like if this was a wall, you put that out, put this against the wall, and it blows air against the wall so it dries it. This is what they call a large dehumidifier. So the air movers go across the surface of something that's wet, right? And if the water in, say, sheetrock, so it converts that water into a vapor, right?
And then the dehumidifier can pick it up.
Exactly. So you kind of learn that in science class, right? So it gets the vapor up, and this takes it out of the air. And then that converts it back to water, and then when it converts it to water, it drains it out in these tubes. And this tube will go down a sink, or a toilet, or something like that, and then the water's out of the house. These here are called air scrubbers, or negative air machines, okay? So these clean the air. So dirty air goes in here, okay? And this is a pre-filter for any particulates. And then beyond this is a HEPA filter. And the HEPA filter, you hear a lot about HEPA filter now with the coronavirus going on. These are HEPA vacs rather than, you know, you go to Home Depot, you ever see you ever go to that section where they have all the vacuums, and those big shop vacs? Well, when you you use that shop vac, say you get 1,000 particles in, probably 900 go back out the filter. It doesn't filter it. Where these are HEPA filters, you don't get a lot of dust coming back out. So this is a big, big tool for us, and these come in all sorts of sizes.
I would think that whoever would want to do this job is into problem solving and into big equipment, and this job does include a lot of patience that you would need.
So sometimes we have to go into an office, and what happens, a disinfectant goes through the machine and it gets sprayed out of here, and there's an electric charge here that it sprays through it and creates a really fine mist, and it kills viruses, bacteria, and so forth. So we deal with different odors. We use it called hydroxyl machines. So this will eliminate most odors in most places. You can see the blue light there.
The truck was super crazy because that equipment inside of it, the one thing took up like the whole back of the truck. He showed me all the stuff in the warehouse, but nothing that big. And then the huge coil of hose, that was super cool.
For, like say in an attic, right, where we have to do mold remediation in the attic and it's too hot. When they do mold remediation, they gotta put like the white suit on, Tyvek suit, and then a respirator, very, very hot. So we go in and we cool the attic so the guys can work. If not, it would be so hot, it would be 120, 130 degrees. So we cool the attic so they can work all day comfortably.
For a job like that, I have no idea how you would be trained or get educated to do that. So I asked Angelo.
When we entered this business, we didn't know anything about the business. We just ran into somebody that knew the business, and that's how we got started. So we were contractors. We built homes. We built about 500 homes in the Hudson Valley. So we have a lot of experience with construction. So for me, that was the best training I could have, is actually knowing what a building is made up of. So that was a huge training for me. There's nothing like experience working with others. So I think a combination of experience, working out in the field, and then also going to the schooling is really, really important.
It's amazing to meet all these new people and see what their jobs are like. And it's super interesting to hear what they say when I ask this question. If you could give your 11-year-old self advice or words of wisdom to prepare yourself for the world of work, what would it be?
Number one, you have to love what you do every day. You spend more time at work sometimes than you do at home. So being passionate about it is number one, and constantly learning is right there with it. Either going to school, taking seminars, reading, talking to different people in the business. So between just having the passion for it, you have to like it, love it, and you got to keep learning constantly. That's what I would suggest.